90.5 is WUOG Athens FM. You're listening to another pre-recorded episode of D90.5. Yay! Today we're gonna go in order of, I guess, alphabet again. Ooh, crack that cold one, whoever did that.
Wait, what?
Someone crack a can.
Oh, yeah, it's my seltzer water.
Grip it and rip it. Alright, we're gonna go
For legal purposes, it's not hard seltzer. It actually isn't. I just have a seltzer water addiction.
You're also over 21, so like...
Yeah,
She
true.
could be intoxicated on air.
Mm-hmm. Well,
That's
it's a
true.
good
A
thing
lot
this
of
is...
liquor lately, though, so yeah,
It's
seltzer
a
game.
good thing this is pre-recorded.
Also, yeah, wait. Technically, we could get sloshed because technically
then-
you can't.
Yeah.
You can't
What am I doing?
podcast live.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we're
So
gonna
next
have...
week.
Well,
I'm not host Calvin, so I can't get sloshed, but thanks for reminding me, Andy.
No problem.
2 weeks from now, Isabel, you can get sloshed and we'll never disclose your age on air. Alright,
It's actually 1 week now. Woo!
Yay! In alphabetical order, we're gonna go...
Okay. Hey, I'm Anne. I play Gwen Bennett, a level 6 townie health
Health.
townie half elf ranger. She's a very linguistic girl.
You know what? I like that.
Sorry.
I like giving a fun fact that could be real or it could be fake, just like in character for the week. Also, I don't know why my mind went health. I need somebody help.
Just anybody. Okay, this is going to be a hot take of hot takes, but Help is my favorite Beatles album.
It's a decent take, yeah.
Okay.
We can save this for liner notes.
Okay, fine.
Liner notes too.
Well, can I just show up on liner notes 1 week and just like say my hot takes and let callers call in and berate me?
Today is just Anne hot take week.
Welcome to Hot Corner.
Want to start a fight? Call in. Anyway.
Up next, we've got me. I'm your DM, Chase. I'm also playing, just sort of for kicks and giggles, Fern Parker, level 6 druid. And a fun fact about Fern is she once wrote an entire fake dissertation about how Atlas Shrugged is the worst book she's ever read.
Oh my god, now this is out of character. Now I'm in love with Fern.
Not even like just the themes, which she thinks sucks, but even like the writing is pretty childish. All the characters like speak the same. Like thematically and dramatically, it's a bad book.
This ain't a hot take. She's just speaking truth.
Mm-hmm. I think plenty of people are brave enough to say that, but Fern did the research and wrote the paper.
Wow, mad respect.
I'm Isabel.
What was the ringing sound that started that?
What? That was horrible.
I'm so sorry. That was my messages.
I'm gonna have to cut that out.
Kind of like the amount of babes that always hit chat up.
Wow. So immersive.
Stop. Don't remind me. Anyway, so I'm Isabel. I play Chad Solo, a level 6 human barbarian frat boy. Fun fact is that one time he drank for 48 hours straight.
Like lips to bottle for 48 hours?
Did not sleep. It was just one after the other. And it was all in preparation for Frat Beach. And then he slept on the way to St. Simon's. And then he got even more slammed at Frat Beach.
Well, respect, honestly.
Honestly, me too. I miss Frat Beach.
I've got several questions about the like logistics of that, but I don't think we have enough time in this episode to talk about all my questions.
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
Yeah.
And lastly, we have...
Oh, I'm Will. I play Court, a human level 6 wizard who is a chem student. And fun fact, was never taught to ride a bike.
Oh.
Huh.
Now I'm just
You know,
imagining
I
like
see it.
a sweet scene with Chad and Court where, oh no, I think it'd be Gwen and Court because Gwen's got the fur bike. Where
Yeah.
I would say maybe Court teaches Chad to read and Chad teaches Court to ride a bike.
Oh God.
Oh my god.
That's
Just
really
utter
sweet.
chaos.
Just like a
And
really
I just love Court teaching Chad to read because it seems so like after school specially.
Mhm.
Literally.
I'm
You
just
know, it's like, wait, you can't read?
Wait, you can't ride a bike?
Whoa.
Don't worry.
We're not so different, you and I.
Mhm.
Don't worry, Court. I'll teach you, bro. I'll teach you how to ride a bike.
Thanks, bro.
I know I've said a few times if we've ever had any fan art done of the series, but now I have a new thing. I want Fern and Gwen to be on the fur bike together, and I want Chad to have just the manliest mountain bike possible, with
Oh my God.
like one of those like baby strollers attached to the back of it, and Court's just chilling in it, and it's like animated like
Aw.
Ghibli, and they're just like going through a field. I think that'd be really
That's so
great.
cute.
Oh. Can the manly mountain bike have like a cute little horn?
Yeah, it
I
can
think
have like a little flag on the back of it or like pom poms on the handles.
yes.
God, I wish I was good at art so I could draw this.
I've never wanted anything so bad in my whole life, I don't think. Ugh. All right.
Things that cannot be.
I will try to dream it tonight so I can at least see it one more time.
It's October. Don't dream it. Be
Be it, live it. Last week where we got left off is y'all went down to the city hall where you beat up some Confederate ghosts as it should be. All is
yeah.
well.
I mean, we also killed a Union soldier, but
That was more
Well-
of like he asked. He
He was
submitted
already
to-
dead, so
Yeah,
First thing, we wanted him to move
he's
on.
just now more dead.
yeah, super dead, extra dead, almost like Court was.
listen.
Okay, I'm listening.
Oh, I did not have anything back that up.
That's fair. So you all defeat like the green energy. You stepped outside of City Hall and you were
Wait,
confronted.
was the first one red,
Yes. And
orange, yellow, green?
yeah.
Blue this week.
Oh my word. I think I spelled it out at the beginning that there was 7 and it followed the like chromatic scale. But
Look, I am unobservant.
I can't read. How is he supposed to get Roy G. Biv?
have any of y'all taken art classes?
I'm
In,
a course of STEM
elementary
major.
school,
roll,
we
roll
just covered how none of us can do fan art.
Yeah, roll for Lamar Dodd and you all crit fail.
Oh God,
Yeah.
that's
Oh
where the
my
final
word.
boss is.
Yeah, the final boss is
Is drawing a perfect circle.
is
Our own artistic inadequacy.
yeah, it's you versus Bob Ross.
Oh God.
Yeah, you won't want to win. But at the end of last week, you were confronted by the police, and leading the charge was Officer Leash, who you were introduced to as a
Oh,
6 foot.
I forgot we're fighting the police now.
Yeah, straight from the underground. 6 foot tall, salt and pepper hair, ruggishly handsome duster with suit on.
Oh, my Buster.
Just to sort of paint a picture in your mind's eye. Heavily inspired by, if you want to take the time to Google, I haven't seen it, but I really like We Bare Bears, a Cartoon Network show.
Oh, I've been wanting to watch that.
It's really good. I would recommend it. The movie just came out, and they're fighting like Homeland Security or something because
Sick.
they're trying to like immigrate to Canada or something. I haven't seen the movie. And there's like a lead officer who is like trying to hunt them down. And he's like oddly handsome for an animated character. I mean,
Oh my God, yeah, he is.
we've all had instances. Well, if you want to drop that in the chat.
Yeah, 1 second.
Let's see which picture you found. This is really good radio. Audience, I'm gonna fill this time with, if you want to Google the villain from... Yeah. Yeah, that's the guy.
Oh,
Chase,
I
you good?
see.
Yeah, I'm good. Look at that chin though. Square
I'd
chin.
I'd say that if he weren't a cop.
Yeah, it's like if
Yeah, if he
Anderson
weren't a cop.
Cooper were a cop and also like stronger. But that's neither here nor there. So this is what Officer Leash looks like. And we pick up this week. The party of four is in a conference room, and it is a nondescript conference room. Doesn't appear to be a holding cell, doesn't appear to be like an interrogation room. It is you and Officer Leash.
Have we by chance rested for any length of time?
No. Well, yes, you have.
Sleep in the back of the cop car?
Well, sure, okay. You have rested. You don't remember like the trip over here. It's more of like a situation where like everything happened really quickly. In fact, go ahead and roll a just Gwen. Go ahead and roll an insight roll and see how much you remember of the ride over.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. Gotta refresh my page.
Did you say just when?
Yes, just Gwen.
That is a 17.
All right. You don't remember hardly anything about
Good
arriving
Lord.
here.
Okay.
In fact, it was almost as if you were on the steps of City Hall and you blinked and you were here.
Whoa.
Were we
And
drugged?
you don't think you were drugged, and on a 17, that roll actually suggests that there was little to no trip to arrive here. It was almost instantaneous. But you do all feel rested for plot reasons and go ahead and take like a long rest because between every episode, like we do like a long rest. Just because
Thank you, a merciful DM.
when I kill you, I want it to know it was because I was that much stronger than you.
Oh my god.
I'm in danger.
Downtown.
What were you saying?
Is this the station downtown?
You can't tell. It's just a very archetypical like conference room, like tan walls, long table, chairs all around the side, and he's standing at the head of the table.
Chad wants to stand up, but he won't.
Okay.
Okay. Does he say that out loud? Is there a reason we should all know that?
Chad wants to stand up, but he doesn't.
No, Chad wants to stand up to be an authority, but he's also kind of afraid. So he's just gonna lean over to Court and be like, "Would I get in trouble if I stood up?"
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, Chad's gonna stand up.
So Officer Leash is going to put his hands flat against the table, and he's going to say, now then, I know what you all have been up to in these last couple weeks here. Why don't you go ahead? Well, if you're going to take that tone with me, I'll have to get more aggressive. Tell me what the last couple weeks y'all have been up to, please. And
so you ever partied? I'm sure you have. Answer no.
okay, so we don't have
No.
to recap the last 5 episodes of the show. Just tell me if you're going to be truthful and tell the whole like truth, or if you're going to like lie.
Chad's gonna lie.
Can we do like a? Can we try to like get a read on this man, or is he unreadable?
Yeah, go ahead and get a read on him.
Okay.
What will we roll to get a read on him?
I would say not insight. That's more like internalized, right? Probably like investigation or.
Oh heck yeah! I got a +6
I got a
modifier
nat
on that.
You got a nat 20.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. Yeah, I got a 12. Go for it.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
a 6.
So Officer Leach has a bit of a gaunt disposition in his face, very strong cheekbones. You can tell. I'm describing this for a reason. I'm not just describing an attractive man.
He's really handsome, guys. He's so handsome.
He's really hot. I swear, he's the hot. He's got sunken in eyes, and they read you like a book. You sort of see him as a figure who will do his best to find the truth, or what you believe to be the truth, and will not be dissuaded from stopping whatever he's trying to do.
Chad is going to try to stop him.
Okay.
King.
Because Chad does not like this. So he's going to say, Officer Beach, you must be in a frat. Every cop was in a frat, right? So what brother are you?
I've never been in a frat, and you could not convince me to join one if you had a gun to my head.
Okay, well, I think that the principles of friendship and brotherhood are pretty important, but
The fraternity of humanity.
yeah, I'm going to sit back down now because Chad doesn't know what to do anymore.
I'm not even in the cops union. I work alone.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Well, it might be a good thing he's not in the cops union, really,
I mean,
but
yes, however.
Oh,
Okay,
but Chad knows every cop were all in frats. That would have been helpful.
Chad, you don't have any impression of this man. You've never seen him in your many frat police hangouts.
oh
There
god.
are many.
Chad is going to turn to them and say, somebody else take care of this.
Take care of this. Okay.
Yeah,
Like you're a mob boss trying to get us to kill him?
I mean,
Hey, you
I
take
wouldn't
care of
do
this.
oh.
Hey, take care of this guy.
When has Chad ever been opposed to murder?
True.
True.
And we
It's
love
all
that.
good enough, mate. It will be good.
Okay, so he just wants to know what's been up.
Yeah, he wants to know what y'all have been up to the last couple weeks.
I mean, where to begin? Well,
Where to
first
begin?
off, I started off working my typical shift, as I do every week. See, my plan is to just bombard him with details, and eventually he'll stop.
Okay, so it's more of like a omission of truth sort of thing.
Yeah, no, I'm
Okay.
gonna know exactly what I was up to all week, apart from like gaps, but I'm not gonna mention when there are gaps, you know?
Okay. Go ahead
So-
and make a deception check.
That's it. Unnatural 20.
Okay. On an unnatural 20, he buys it. He goes,
Go.
I think he'll narrow his eyes at you, and sort of purse his lips, and he's going to temporarily put you to the side and turn his gaze to Court and Chad, and he's gonna say, all right, so the little lady doesn't want to play our game here. How about you two?
Pops.
I'll ask you again, what did you do this last week?
All right, let me tell you. I know you're not in a frat, so I'm gonna try to play the same game that Gwen does because it worked for her. And so he's just like, I'm gonna explain to you what being in a frat is like. So take this little journey with me, bro. So I woke up, blackout, major headache, so I decided to crack open another cold one to get rid of my hangover. And then I got out of bed and I walked downstairs and I said, "Hey, brother," because they were cooking breakfast. And as they cooked breakfast, and I'm just gonna keep giving this.
Okay, so another truth by omission. Go ahead and roll.
And what was it rolling for?
It was for deception.
Deception. Sorry.
I feel like Chad could just plead the I don't know, man, I'm just blackout drunk. Oh,
Yeah, it's a
So I'm an
5.
alcoholic.
That was a 5?
Yeah.
God.
Okay, so on a 5, he turns his eyes to you, and he slams his hand against the table, and he goes, all right, I can tell that you in particular, so you're not going to play my game here. So what happens with those who don't like to play my game, they get time out.
Oh
Um,
god. Of this world? Is it gonna kill him?
um,
Oh my god, it's gonna
can
kill him right here.
can the other two of you, can you like mute the audio for a second? Like, don't listen.
Yeah.
1 second.
Okay.
Hold on,
should
let
we
me turn
just
the Discord up. I'm
Um,
just gonna leave the call.
okay,
Yeah.
Just
it'll make a
time to come
sound.
back.
All right. Okay, Chad, it's just you and me. All right.
Oh no.
So he is going to slam his hand against the desk. He's going to tell you what he just did, and he is going to give you the coldest stare you've ever felt in your entire life. And you're going to feel yourself sort of fall under his sway. His mouth widens and widens, and he grows larger and larger until he's the size of the room. And he inhales, and you find yourself in an unfamiliar space. You're in a cage made of iron, sort of hung against a pole. And you are going to be there by yourself for now. I'm going to go ahead and bring the other two back in. And when I bring them back in, you can't say anything because you're not here.
I have a question though.
Mm-hmm.
So can I like hack my way out with my axe?
No, you can't. You don't have any weapons with you.
Okay.
All right. And y'all are back. Okay.
We're back.
Okay, Anne's not back yet. All right.
Oh, we lost Anne.
No, we're good. I was confusing the chat.
Sorry.
Okay. So you two, your vision goes hazy for a moment, and then when it comes to Chad is gone.
Oh my god,
Oh, no.
he killed him.
And,
Oh my god.
and Officer Leash turns to the two of you and goes, "All right."
Wait, is Fern with us too?
Yes, Fern's there.
Okay.
How does Fern holding up?
It's a little scary in here, guys. I don't whoa, I don't know what that voice was.
Okay,
Yes,
no,
Isabel,
we're all
you
there.
can still be in the call. You can still
Is
be in
she
the call.
sitting? Is she sitting next to Gwen? Because if she is, Gwen's gonna reach and like hold her hand
Okay.
under the table.
When you try to move your hand feels like lead, and you can't
No,
pick it
we've
up.
been drugged.
So you can't move your hand, and Fern just sort of like looks at you with like a look of fear, and she nods her head that she's okay, but she looks very scared. And
I'll kill him.
Officer Leash says, "Now I get the sense that Fern over there doesn't quite know what's going on as well as you two know. You two seem to have a more intimate knowledge of how it's going. So I'll ask you again, what have you been doing these last 2 weeks?"
Court buddy, you're up.
Oh, jeez. Gee, I've had a real doozy of a week. So there was touring my now departed, God rest his soul, friend Chad. And then I don't know. I've just been busy running errands. Just housekeeping stuff.
Okay, make a deception roll.
Oh god.
I mean,
Please
in
don't
a
fail
way,
it.
haven't we been running errands for nothing?
True. It's not a lie.
Either
Okay.
way, I rolled an 18.
An 18 does not make it.
No.
Oh no.
Officer Leash narrows his eyes at the three of you, and he says, "All right, I didn't want it this way, but I'm gonna have to take you to justice." And as he says that, the three of you feel your mouths are no longer able to move. Your limbs go limp at your side, and Leash begins to grow. He grows and grows and widens his mouth before eventually he is the size of the room. And he opens his mouth in an angry expression, and the rest of you feel yourself being consumed. And
Big.
you all come to in the same hanging chain, in the same hanging chamber that Chad is in. So
Hey, Chad.
You're back. Oh no, back.
God.
What happened?
So, as the four of you sort of get your bearings, you find yourself to be in a cage that is suspended from a chain. You look up to the top of the chain, and it looks to be running to the top of a cavern where you can't see the roof. You look all around you, and you see nothing but a large rocky cavern that is blue with fire, sort of illuminated in blue. And in the distance, you see a large figure, probably around boop boop boop. How tall would I say he was? Um, does it not tell me how tall? Okay, he's around 15 feet tall. Sit on a throne made of blue stone, blue burning quartz. And from what you can tell, it looks to be Officer Leash. His limbs have grown spiny and bony, and his face is protruding from a longer spiny neck, and he has what looks to be a scorpion's tail coming out from his duster, and he sits on a large throne, facing you from around 30 feet away. You can't see any floor from outside your cage, but you seem to be alone in the chamber with him. And he goes, I didn't want to play this game with you all, but I have now brought you to justice.
It's a lot more depressing than I'd imagine.
Justice can be depressing, but largely it is illuminating. Because you have all declined to help me in my quest to find the party responsible for so many deaths in the last few weeks, I have figured you will play judge, jury, and executioner in a trial of my own design. What say you?
So we're playing judge, jury, and executioner.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That feels not that bad.
There, court, buddy. These things often come. Is this dude a manticore?
No, he's not a manticore. I'm not going to tell you. Well, I guess I could tell you specifically. Go ahead. Make a. What's a good roll? Probably maybe a history roll, or no, a religion roll.
Oh god.
That's a 20, baby.
Oh, okay.
That's 18, yeah.
All right. You all recognize the creature before you as a bone devil. Bone devils are part of the hierarchy of the infernal plane in the world of D&D. This one in particular looks to have his own infernal plane. He is nicknamed Justice. And in Justice, you all are going to have to weigh two souls in order to sort of find your freedom. I've sent a picture of a bone devil if you want a better...
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
Yeah, so that's what Leash looks like now.
Cool.
So...
Oh, now I see why you were accentuating the cheekbones.
Yes, so the whole point is he is literally made of bone. I wasn't super all about Leash's cheekbones, but here we are.
I mean, I kind of am now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's kind of cute, kind of a cutie. But are the three of you plus Fern willing to help Leash in this sort of inquest?
Is he going to require us to weigh each other's souls against the other?
Ooh, didn't think about
When
that.
asked.
He's
pointedly.
okay. Go ahead and ask him.
Is there a catch? Are you going to make us weigh each other's souls? Because that seems unfair.
I only ask that you weigh in the trial of these first two parties. You are not on trial today. I cannot promise.
See, I don't like your use of the term "way," but okay.
I cannot
Who
promise
are the
that you
first
will
two
not
parties?
eventually be on trial.
Oh lord. Okay.
Where are you for this?
Huh?
Hmm.
This isn't fair. I'm too beefy. Of course I'll be weighed down.
The weight of the human soul and Chad's rippling body.
Oh baby.
So basically, from what you can gather, it will probably go better for you if you play along.
All right.
I'll play this game.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do what we must.
And he
I mean, like,
says,
we're kind of chained to the wall, right?
"Yeah, you're in a large cage that's suspended from seemingly nothingness. So
I feel like we don't have much of a choice, really.
yeah, it's kind of a forced participation, kind of like real jury duty in a way, but it's okay.
Is this just like a social commentary thing?
You know,
Chase taking the day is jury duty bad.
you know, people always say they want to listen to things to get away from politics, but inherently everything is political. I have my own political
true.
leanings, and it probably comes through. You know what? It definitely does in how I portrayed Confederates last week. So,
Is that really political?
in a way, but
I feel
also,
like that's like a different politics than like just really hating jury duty though.
yeah, I don't particularly have a big issue with jury duty, but
Kind of seems like you do, bud.
you know, let's just start the trial.
Chase, are we still in the cage?
You are. You will be. You know, Leash says, you will weigh this case from your bench over there. On my right, you see, on one arm of justice, a tree ogre who was so consumed by his desire for human flesh that he lost his own humanity, and he only came to trust you and deal with you transactionally so that he would find his own sustenance.
Oh my
He's
god.
gonna eat us.
On the other hand, the left arm of justice, you find a bird given sentience. His only curse was the knowledge of his own mortality on the material plane. He drowned himself in materialism and melancholy, and in this madness, he put others' lives in dangers so he may find his own happiness. Now, let the trial commence. We will hear from one party at a time, and eventually we will weigh which party deserves eternal torment and which will be given release into a seemingly normal, happy existence in an afterlife.
I think we know the answer.
losing my gosh darn mind.
I think the problem is, oh god, what was his name? What was the bird's name?
Jackie.
Oh, my name was Jackie.
The problem is, I think Jackie would enjoy hell in a sick, twisted way.
He says, well, I insist that you come to court with no preconceptions, or I may have to weigh your own souls. For
Okay.
I have no preconceptions.
Totally unbiased.
Yeah,
Dad
no.
doesn't know what preconceptions means, so he's gonna nod.
Look, I had a minor in philosophy. I know how to put.
I almost got too close to the truth there. He's almost masked off.
In that case, let the inquest begin. And how this is going to work is you are going to ask questions of each party back and forth. You can ask whatever questions you would like of either party, and you will have to ultimately find out which party has more guilt. And it's something that you can't really define numerically, guilt, but the party that all three of you agree is assigned the most guilt will be condemned to eternal suffering.
Question: does guilt mean remorse?
No, not remorse, but probably like the most reprehensible, morally, legally, however you want to quantify crimes that they did, which one of them sort of broke ethics, broke your own ethical code, I guess.
Who was the worst?
Yeah, who was the worst?
I see. Okay.
And not the worst, but the worst.
I see.
Really dealing with the heavy questions this week, huh?
Yeah, we had to come off of the fun episode about the Confederacy in some way.
Oh my god. Alright, gang. Anybody got question ideas they want to fire off?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask both of them what they did.
That's a good one.
Or
So, Leash is going to interject before either of them. The formal charges against Mike, the perversion of friendship for transaction, and the desire for violence for own personal gain. Jackie, hedonism, materialism, and the putting of others' lives at risk for his own personal gain.
I would like to ask what each of them stood to gain for their transactions and whatnot.
So Mike is the first to answer. He says, "Hey guys,
Mike.
Hey, bub.
remember when you killed me?"
I didn't. I
Kill
remember
is
like
such a harsh word.
No, Chad's gonna go. I remember like it was yesterday. I still savor the smoldering action.
I'm sorry. Are you like trying to get your soul weighed?
Yeah.
Bro, I don't think it's gonna do well. I don't think you're gonna come out on top here.
So
Okay.
Leash narrows his eyes when he hears this.
Chad's gonna say it was just a joke, bro.
Okay. You're going to lie to an all-seeing demon. Okay.
No, he's not gonna.
But Mike continues. All I wanted was some meaty bones to eat because it would help me grow big and strong. I was born. I was a day old when you met me and I desired growth.
How many people did you kill before you tried to kill us, though?
2.
That's bad.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, y'all have killed way more than 2 people.
Don't worry about it. We're different.
They weren't people.
Rip to them. Oh my god, that's maybe the worst response you could have given. Jackie, what did you stand to gain by letting us die?
Well, I really wanted that mirror down in the cave there, and I mean, I suppose he's right. It was for personal gain, but did you see how shiny the mirror was? That was a really good mirror,
shiny.
and I was just so sad all the time.
Jackie, did it ever occur to you that maybe you should have done some work on yourself first, and that material gain isn't going to solve your internal problem?
Well, yeah, that's what the first guy said when I asked him to go get the mirror, but he died.
Wait, Jackie, how many other people did you send down to that dungeon, presumably?
Yeah,
Oh, just one before you guys.
Ooh, okay.
And
I don't. 2 people. Jackie has killed 1.
I don't super remember what killed me, but I don't really remember it. Am I dead? Is this hell? Where am I?
I mean,
I'm gonna Leash handle that one.
Yeah.
Leash turns and he gestures with his hand, and Jackie is silenced for the time being from asking any further questions. But you can still question him.
Okay.
I guess. Do you guys have any questions? I have 1 or 2.
Okay, so Jackie has only killed 1 person. Mike has killed 2 people.
But we also need to know what other bad things they've each done.
Yeah, and also like
the worst.
mine was like Jackie admitted that it was like a selfish desire versus like I don't know. Mike just wanted to grow. Like that's just like nature.
Are we taking the motive into account here?
I mean, I would say that yeah.
Leash answers. In any version of justice, motive must be considered.
Alright, so we're not pure consequentialists.
Yes.
Okay, but the motive.
If we wanted to, we can apply Kant here. Well, let's not
That's
apply
what I'm thinking. That's not. Kant's the worst.
There were definitely worse. There were actual Nazis.
Okay, look, in my very limited 2 philosophy classes I took at this college,
Heidegger?
I don't know who that is.
Actual Nazi man.
Sounds okay, so I'm being hyperbolic because I have a limited knowledge of philosophy.
Fair.
We can edit this discourse out of the episode later.
I'll get.
I'm sorry, I'm an anthropologist, not a philosopher.
It does seem very in character
limited
though.
avenues in which to flex my life's work. So
Actually, let me say that in character. I'm a chemist, not a philosopher.
wow.
Okay, but I think the motive, like, yeah, it's important, but at the same time, like, Mike killed more people than Jackie did.
Hey, maybe don't admit that, bud. We're in front of a bone demon.
Leash narrows his eyes and he says, "Perhaps you must interrogate your own."
I know. What did I say? I thought I said that Jackie killed, or Mike killed more people than Jackie did.
Killed it, like you killed it, man. You did a great job.
Yes,
that's what we did.
Mike killed one more person than Jackie.
Hey, that's twice as many people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, I would like to ask each of them what the worst thing they ever did is.
Mike answers, "The worst thing I ever did was lie to you all about friendship, about trust."
Wait, Mike, we weren't friends?
Mike, did you ever really want to be friends with us?
Yes, I did, but it became clear that Chad did not want to be friends, so I thought it best that I play along until I could consume Chad.
Just out of curiosity, did you think we'd be cool hanging out with you after you killed one of us?
Yeah.
Gwen did not seem attached to Chad.
Yeah, but cool, my friend.
Gwen. Sorry. Gwen is going to not comment.
What was the second question you asked, Court?
I wanted to know what Jackie thought was the worst thing he ever did.
Oh. Well, I guess the worst thing I ever did was sending that first guy to his death for my own benefit, and then the three of y'all, because,
Do you know he was going to die?
Well, no, but, he was just a normal guy, and, like, there were snake people down there. I was pretty clear on that.
Did you tell him there were snake people?
No. Did I tell you there were snake people?
You did not.
Omission,
Chad's going to say, wait, so if the worst thing that Mike did was, like, the thing he feels the most guilty about was lying to us, then he clearly doesn't feel guilty enough about murdering 2 people.
Ooh, must have think about.
Mike answers.
Chad, I'm sorry. Do you eat meat? Are you a vegetarian? Are you a vegan?
All I do is drink.
Oh,
the liquid diet.
Is that keto?
Okay. I have seen your frat have cookouts on the lawn. They eat barbecue and jackfruit.
No offense, Quinn, but that has nothing to do with this. Mike,
the thing is, I'm saying, do you feel guilt for every pig you have roasted in your backyard?
I absolutely do, because sometimes they keep the head on and it makes me feel all sad.
Mike goes, me remove head.
He's humane.
He's not willing to look at the consequences of his own actions.
Yeah, I think, especially, he murdered 2 people and he doesn't care. At least,
but why is it murder? Why is it murder for him when that is his sustenance? But it's not murder for you when it's your sustenance.
It's different because he killed knowing that we're human beings. We've had conversations with him, and he still was like, oh, I'm going to kill Chad anyway just because I'm rude.
Mike, did you pretend to be friends with the other 2 people you killed?
No, they wandered into my lair, and I ate them. And Jackie pipes up and goes, well, if it makes you feel better, I never ate nobody.
That's true.
You have done other evils. things.
He's kind of a sick little pervert, though.
Jackie wasn't a cannibal. I think
You've
that
done your own crimes against humanity, Jackie.
I mean, technically, Mike's not a cannibal either.
we shouldn't judge Jackie for his alternative lifestyle.
We shouldn't kink shame Jackie. You're right.
Yeah.
Leash pipes up and he says, his lifestyle is not on trial today. Rather, it was his treatment of humans as disposable in order to benefit himself.
Well, that's exactly how Mike treated us and people.
Mm. So it's
So by
just,
that
which
logic, it was
was
the same thing, but he did worse. But he killed two people.
Okay, except for the fact,
So-
except for the fact that the general motive for Mike was that was I will kill people so I can eat and survive and grow strong. Versus Jackie could have just raided his own desires for something that was totally superfluous, i.e., a mirror that was not his, did not belong to him, never belonged to him.
Jackie answers, well,
But is it not true
Jackie answers,
that
well, did you see how shiny it was? I mean,
not true?
You're not helping your case here, bud.
Is it not true that Mike also could have found alternative forms of sustenance? He could have eaten other things. He could have become a vegetarian, just like we got to try.
He's-
a baby.
he's made of tree.
He could have been eaten any other animal, but he decided to kill human beings, and that's different.
well, I mean, Jackie also decided to kill a human being, just indirectly.
Yeah. And
I feel
for
like
something, again, for something of less consequence than his own survival, it was literally just he literally went, ooh, shiny. I don't care how many people have to die, as long as that person. But I still want it.
Mike could have
Mike,
eaten
what would have
other things.
Mike? What would have happened if you hadn't eaten those two people?
I would have shrivel and die. I
Okay.
was 1 day old. I did not even know sustenance.
Are you lying to us now like you did then?
Can you?
Ooh,
You cannot lie in the realm of justice.
I was gonna say I assume they're under a truth spell of some sort.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
can I talk with my co judges for a second?
Mhm.
So fellas,
Mm.
Gwen, Chad,
Fern.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, Fern's here.
Fern, first off, Fern, do you have any questions you want to ask the fellas?
No, I was kind of riding backseat for most of these missions, working in a man and chair capacity. So I've been kind of just trying to size this place up. Remember what Bone Devils do, sort of gain a tactical advantage. You know,
Remember what Bone Devils do?
well, what I've read on Bone Devils, you know.
Of course. So here's how it seems to me. Mike did more material damage, but only out of necessity for survival. Versus Jackie only killed one person, but treated the value of human life much more callously and for less serious reasons.
How do we know that he didn't need the mirror?
Well, it was really shiny.
Yeah, the only reason he's given to us is that it was shiny.
Okay,
I'd like to
but
turn
maybe
back to the
he
boys
found it.
and say, Jackie, what would have happened if you didn't get the mirror?
Well, I don't really know. It was all I ever really fixated on because, you know, as a bird, it's sort of like a need for us, you know? We need food, we need water, we need sleep, and we need entertainment. I mean, can you humans fault me for needing entertainment in this
No,
dark
I
world you
guess
brought me into?
More direct question. What would have happened if you'd gotten the mirror beyond the first maybe day of looking at how shiny it was?
Well, would it ever stop getting shiny?
It would eventually have dirt, which you probably would clean.
Well,
Well, you can't assume that.
well, you don't know that. And again, it was an immortal mirror. It belonged to the lady. Like it was a magic shiny.
It was a magic shiny.
That is true.
Okay. Just because he's calling it a need, it does not, like, no. it like the need for shiny is not a need. It is a perk.
Counterpoint, it kind of is.
Huh?
Counterpoint, it kind of isn't.
No. The thing is, if Jackie was like locked in a dark cave for the rest of his metaphor. And
Break out the allegory.
if he was chained to a wall in a cave, it at least no. But anyway, if he was like kept like in a dark cave with like literally just enough like food and water to survive, he would.
But he's happy. I think that we need to take into account quality of life. Because it doesn't just matter if you're alive, if you are having a terrible quality of life.
Leash.
Except for the
Are you alive or are you
literally
living?
hierarchy of needs goes, like, one, the murders, I would argue they aren't murders, but, like, Mike's body count has everything to do with meeting his, like, basic level of needs, versus Jackie's is, like, pretty high up.
I think that you are just discounting his quality of life because you don't think it matters, Gwen. Like, just say it. Just say that you don't care about
Leash adds in. Leash adds in. And what would Mike's quality of life have been without food?
I mean, he would have died, right?
He wouldn't have lived.
However, can I say, he could have chosen alternate food sources. He didn't have to kill humans.
Okay, the thing is, he was a day old. I'd offered him an alternative food source, and he was game.
Yeah, but he still killed 2 people before then.
Did he know any better?
He did. He literally just been bored, and they wandered up to him. It's not like he went and he plotted he, like, stalked them like prey and plotted their deaths.
But people say that I act like I was born yesterday all the time.
But you weren't.
Better to do things. Well,
he literally was.
Well, I think mentally we're about at the same place, and I know better than to eat other human beings.
Well, he's not a human
Chad,
being.
would you willingly risk one of our lives to get you like a really sick edition of Sports Illustrated?
No, because my dad's credit card could buy me that.
Okay. Let's say your dad cut you off. What then?
I think after that I wouldn't really know who I was anymore, you know? I couldn't be in the frat because I couldn't pay to be in the frat. I couldn't get arrested because I couldn't get bailed out. Like, who would I even be? I don't know.
Oh God. So it's not a solid no. I wouldn't put your lives at risk for a copy of Sports Illustrated.
No, I absolutely wouldn't. I was trying to say that I absolutely wouldn't because I also don't even know if I would still be able to read Sports Illustrated without getting.
Can you read it now?
He said.
Can you read it?
I'd like to look at the picture.
He said, "Sports Illustrated, stand back and stand by."
Illustrated.
Would you still be able to look at the pictures, knowing that you had contributed to our deaths in order to get it?
No, but that's different. I can close my eyes and look at the pictures anytime I want. Jackie couldn't just have a shiny object.
Except there are other shiny objects, though.
But this one's a magic shiny.
Okay, so a magic copy of Sports Illustrated.
Who's got their dings on?
I'm sorry, I don't know how to fix it.
Put it on Do Not Disturb mode.
Yeah, top right.
Top
Click
right
it,
corner.
Scroll up.
It's top right corner. When you put your cursor up, it's like a little to-do list.
Okay,
It's
don't
okay.
get mad.
I don't get mad. I'm literally just telling you to put it on
It's
Do Not
okay.
Disturb mode.
I don't know. I still think Mike is worse. I think that this has been unfairly biased by the fact that Gwen just for some reason is so enamored by Mike. I don't think that it's a fair trial because Gwen
I
came
think
in.
you're unfairly biased against Mike, which makes me the only true middle.
No, I just like Jackie.
Also, like, even removing the fact that it's Mike, dude, like, one is just a more, like, worsely motivated for like
But Jackie's
for selfish. Like,
Jackie, did you know what you were doing was wrong when you did it?
No. All I knew is hunger.
No, I'm asking Jackie, not Mike.
Oh, sorry. Um, well, I I guess I didn't really think about it. It was not something that my brain could really understand until I got here. And, I never really thought about the consequences. I'm a bird. I've got a bird brain. I can just speak English. That's my whole thing.
I think that proves that we need to give Jackie a break, because I also know what it is like to live without the capacity to think about consequences.
oh my god.
I think that Jackie, if he can't even, if his brain can't even fathom it, he's just a bird, then, we can't fault him for being a bird.
Mike, you didn't know that it was wrong either, did you?
No, all I knew was hunger and
Oh.
Phil.
Mike, stop talking real quick. I have a counterpoint. Even after Glenn had said, had introduced him to his alternative lifestyle of not eating human bodies, he still wanted to kill and eat me because he just didn't like me.
That is interesting. Mike, after the idea of eating a different food source was introduced, were you still determined to kill and eat Chad?
I was not determined, but it was the deal. If you failed my riddles game, I would eat you.
But you also said a few minutes ago that you explicitly wanted to kill and eat me.
Yes.
No one else. You were friends enough with them, but because I wasn't your cup of tea, because you just can't handle me, you decided you wanted to kill me.
You are kind of a butt.
Damn.
Being a butt doesn't mean I'm worthy of death, does it? Doom roasted.
Well, I'm not gonna say that. As a DM, I'm stepping back. I'm letting y'all have this conversation.
So I think that if even after Glenn had introduced him to not eating human bodies, if he still wanted to eat me, that means 1, he had thought about it. 2, his motivation was no longer just hunger. And 3, we can easily see that he should be held accountable more so than Jackie, who 1, only killed 1 person, and 2, wasn't able to even think about the consequences.
Okay, wait, Jackie.
Yeah.
If we had failed in procuring the mirror, at that point you would have had 4 deaths under your belt and still no mirror. Would you have recruited someone else to brave the cave?
Well, yeah, the only reason I remember the first guy who died is because it happened pretty immediately after, before y'all. I don't have the best memory. I'm a bird. I would have forgotten all about the 4 of you and sent in somebody else.
But again, he has no capacity to think about it and think about the consequences. He just said that his limited brain capacity was why he wouldn't have remembered. And also, if Gwen didn't have this weird connection with Mike, he would have killed all of us too. And that would have put your body
I was literally just smart enough to think of the calcium supplement alternative.
Yeah, and then you also got all weird and defensive of him, but that's okay.
So I feel like they were both willing to. They were, except for some extenuating circumstances, they were both ready to kill or let all of us die.
Yes.
And Leash chimes in. He says, "Is that your verdict? They both deserve suffering."
Whoa! We're not there yet. Hold on.
Again, Mike deserves suffering. Jackie was just kind of stupid, and I can respect him for that.
Okay. This is the hour call. 90.5 is WUOG Athens. You're currently listening to the trial of Jackie and Mike here on D90.5, our Dungeons and Dragons show. Continue.
Okay. Could we request that Jackie just be sent back to being a regular bird that can't speak English and put people's lives in danger? Because I don't think he deserves a reward.
As an infernal being, I have not been granted the power to give life. I can only assign justice.
Ugh. Mm.
So neither were great, so it's just a matter of which one was worse. But this whole thing doesn't feel right, you know? Like, I'm not stoked given either suffering.
Yeah, I don't want either of them to, like,
Is there no way to have both just have like a medium afterlife or a non-suffering?
medium place.
One must be assigned a worse place than the other.
Okay,
I'm
can we
willing.
give one the
like,
good place
worse
and one the
is
medium
marginal.
place?
I'm willing to suffer one for a limited amount of time, but in
Okay.
that case, the other one must suffer the same amount of time.
So we have
Or
them both suffer a little, then go to somewhere not suffer?
they both suffer for a time and then blink into non-existence.
Oh.
I don't think Jackie deserves to suffer for being dumb.
So I think he was more. I think Jackie was more inconsiderate than malicious, and Mike's deciding to kill Chad because he didn't vibe with him was arguably malicious.
Yes, I agree.
Wait, hold up. What do you mean by suffering? Because one could argue that life.
Oh my god, Gwen.
All right. Pack it
Look.
up, philosophy major.
Look, suffering. The thing is, like, I don't know, dropping your ice cream cone when you were really excited to have it could be suffering by some standards if you're like 4.
I will.
Yeah.
Gwen.
I will posit to you the only examples you know of suffering were those that took place on the mortal plane. You know nothing of what suffering could be in death, and I do not have the patience to describe it to you. All I can
I don't like
promise
the sound
is
for that.
suffering in the afterlife is worse than any suffering in life. Humans who assume that life is pain know nothing of what comes next.
Jeez.
That was actually a really metal speech. I don't know where that came from.
Chase, you good?
Wait, you sound very scared to die.
Ooh. Welcome to death anxiety.
Oh god.
That's what the D and D90 stood for, in case you were ever curious.
Everyone roll a fear check. You were not afraid.
Chad cannot feel fear, but even he's a little bit quaky.
Chad's not afraid of death because he entirely understand the concept.
He actually could stop for death, and death did stop for him.
Right, pack it up. Pack it up, Sylvia Plath.
I think it was Emily
Is that who said
Dickinson,
that?
right?
It was Emily Dickinson.
I don't know. I'm not a lit person.
Sylvia Plath, my favorite.
Whoopsie daisy.
Sorry. Keep
I
up deliberations.
I agree with Court. I think that Jackie was not malicious. Mike was absolutely malicious. At least in the end, I understand the first part he was not. However, even after he learned and was able to maintain that, he still wanted to kill me because he didn't survive.
Okay, but alright. I'll give you that. But now we need to consider the fact of our own consciousness, of our own consciences. Because the thing is, now, like, yeah, even if we can agree that Mike was malicious, we now have to live with the fact that we are going to knowingly condemn him to eternity in suffering that is worse than we can even imagine.
Well, we can condemn him to a set amount of time of something that's worse than we can ever imagine.
Wait, what's that?
We can condemn him to a certain amount of time of suffering beyond our imagination. It doesn't
But
have to be
only
eternity.
if we condemn them both. Is that right?
Well, I misspoke earlier. It's not, neither of them are going to get the same amount of time. One has to get more time than the other.
But can both be finite?
Yes, both can be finite.
Okay.
Okay, so like Jackie could get a second, Mike could get 2, and then they blink out of existence.
Well,
it's different because it's like immortal, like time, right?
Yeah, time you assume will work. Actually, Fern's gonna pipe up. She says, well, time works differently in an infernal plane. We don't really know how long. Plus, it'll be multiplied by the magnitude of their suffering. But the only thing we can really assume is he means it when he says one will be longer than the other. We don't really know what that means.
Well, oh, so I guess
I think it ultimately comes down to your conscience of you want to condemn 2 people or 1 person. And I would rather condemn 1 person.
And with that, Leash is going to slam his hands against the side of his throne, and he says, I demand a verdict in the next 60 seconds.
what does that mean in the improv?
Mike, question mark to everybody.
Yeah, I see Mike.
So he begins counting down 60, 59.
Oh, God.
When Mike,
Okay, wait. So, like, if we condemn Mike, he's going to suffer, but he will eventually blink out of existence. Is that right?
Sounds like it.
Leash, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Even if we vote that Jackie doesn't get any punishment.
If Jackie gets no punishment, Mike suffers eternally.
Okay. They both get punishment. Can we agree on that?
no, because I don't think that we should have to condemn 2 people when one of them is clearly worse. I think that
What is eternal, though? What is eternal?
but we shouldn't.
Fellas, I
Sorry,
don't want to make the Bone Devil mad, and we have less than a minute. We gotta choose real fast.
I think that
What's your verdict?
I think we should send Jackie to the okay place and then have Mike just suffer forever.
Your time is up. I require from each of you a vote of one name or your vote for a solution, and if you say anything more or less, there will be consequences.
question: are we saying the name that
Consequences!
I was asking that to Chase.
Okay.
Just logistically, are we saying the name of the person who should suffer or the person who we want to be cleared?
Yes, who do you want to suffer? And
Okay.
if you want a more or less situation, say which one you want to suffer more and which you want to suffer less.
Okay. Mike,
Court,
Mike,
Gwen,
Mike.
Mike the tree ogre, you have been condemned to an eternity of suffering. What say you to this? And he answers, bye-bye, friends. And the 2 of them blink out of existence, and you can only assume that Leash has kept the contract of court because he is the king of justice. Now he turns to the 3 of you and he says, I appreciate your aid today in the pursuit of justice. How do you feel?
That was horrible.
yeah, I don't feel great.
yeah, it's kind of weighing on me.
Yes. It looks like it's taken about 2 weeks for the 3 of you to grow a conscience. Up next on our trial docket
Oh my God!
is Court. You will be the impartial judge of
Oh, no.
a trial between Chad and
Oh, I know this
Gwen.
one bit.
And he
no.
snaps his hands, and the 2 of you are teleported to the same places you were before. Or to the same places you just saw Jackie and Mike. And
Oh my God.
he says, Chad's, the crimes levied against you are those of murder, coldness, and inconsideration for those around you, and the refusal to work with a team on compromise. And he turns to Gwen, and he says, Gwen, the charges leveled against you are a lack of compassion for Chad, a lack of consideration for any way that is not your own, and that's it really. I'm trying to think. I had this planned out. Oh shoot.
And horniness.
And horny. You have been charged with horny. And Fern goes, no!
Wait, what?
Fern goes, no!
Okay, wait. If I'm being charged with being
You will
horny,
suffer
I feel like
horny
Chad
No.
is also.
You're both charged with horny, but the third charge against you is, shoot, I had it. Oh, where's my note?
Acted on it. I wasn't acted on it yet.
You were charged, with deception of Mike, because early on you never really planned for his well-being, and you only came around to him towards the end of his life.
Oof.
So Leash turns to you, Court, and he begins to glow blue, and he says, Court, I've brought you here today because you remain impartial, and you are the best of the three of you to consider all sides. I've asked you to proceed with the trial. You may ask questions of the two parties, and ultimately I would like a decision sooner than your first decision.
Well, hold on now. What is this an eternal suffering thing, or is this like a 2 weeks in jail thing?
Same
What are the
charges
punishments
as
here?
before. Same punishments as
no.
before.
So I got wait, but they're both not dead.
You're in an infernal plane. How do you think you got here?
Oh, so you killed us.
Well, not permanently for now. Whoever doesn't remain here will be returned to life as if nothing happened.
Why are you doing this?
Because amongst your own group there has remained discord for far too long, and obstinance and a refusal to work together are punishable in the infernal plane. Additionally, the two of them are guilty of paying an eye for an eye and suffering for suffering, and that is just what I love to see here in the justice system.
Is his name
So you're just hanging out watching the three of us go about our silly little tasks and thinking, they're not agreeing enough. I'm going to capture them and kill one of them.
Well, his ultimate point is you are willing to condemn people to eternal suffering, which makes you no better than the people who also kill. Sort of how, like, in real life, we kill people who kill people.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know Court's thoughts on the death penalty. They could also be critical of the death penalty and this whole sham you call justice.
I imagine they are critical of the death penalty, but we are kind of beyond, like, mortal law.
I may not know much about truth, but I know falsehood when I see it, and it looks like this whole world we've made.
Are you questioning the realm of justice?
I mean, a little bit. I mean, no.
Oh, Court.
No, I'm not. Never mind. I don't know what I'll say. Fellas, I got some questions.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
I don't want this. I want to stay alive.
I also want you both to stay alive. I'm working on this. What would happen if I was questioning the realm of justice? Hypothetically speaking.
You would find yourself very quickly in a third cage, and you would all find yourself suffering for eternity.
That's no good.
Call that an extrajudicial punishment.
That just feels like that just doesn't feel just.
Well,
it feels like you're going against your own thing.
Justice isn't just.
What?
Then what's your whole point, my man?
Justice is what I deem
like,
it. I am justice.
Sounds like you're just power tripping. Oh my God, he's a cop. He's power tripping.
Oh my God, no!
An infernal plane man cop is still a cop.
I am justice. I am the king of justice. I am the king of this plane. All justice that proceeds here will be in accordance with my notion of justice. I see that they have committed unjust actions, and I ask you to levy justice upon them. If you do not do it, I will do it myself.
That's a pretty good allegory, Chase. You really kind of knocked it out of the park this week.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dang,
God.
I can't believe it took me this long to really get it.
Did we ever get a name of that goddess we met? Can Gwen sort of silently pleading?
It feels like you can't do any acts of magic in this realm, just like you can't tell any lies, because it is kind of an infernal plane. It is out of your hands, and the only name you have for her so far is the lady.
Oh God.
Cool. Maybe she's the Lady of Justice.
Oh God. Anyway, I mean, even then, that's the closest thing to God Gwen's got. She's gonna be like, "Oh God, please, lady." But like, that's neither here nor there. That's just adding more detail to make it more realistic.
Leash turns to the three of you and he says, "Do you not find this realm to be just?"
No.
No.
Are you kidding me? Let me tell you about a little thing called restorative justice, my man.
Oh God.
He says, "I have no time for your leftist woke judicial reformations."
Look, man, I'm a STEM major. I'm barely leftist.
Okay. Also, we're in a plane.
Yeah.
Make time, dude.
We literally have infinite time.
That's fair. He encourages you to begin questioning. You know what? What am I saying? For Chad, all questions should be related to the killing of Mike, and for Gwen, all questions should be related to the treatment of Chad, and how she's silenced his thoughts and opinions.
Oh my God.
So is a thought crime worse than a kill crime?
Well, that's for you. That's kind of for you to determine, my man.
You're killing me, dude. This whole justice thing is not feeling great.
God.
All right, so let's get asking, I guess. Chad, why did you kill Mike?
I killed Mike because I knew that the only way that we could save each other and save Athens was if I did. Because we were explicitly told that we would have to kill Mike if we wanted to save Athens. And I feel like it's kind of justified because it was part of our quest.
It was part of our quest. We did have to save Athens. It's the, what is it, utilitarianism? The greatest good for the greatest amount of people? Justice, what do you think about utilitarianism?
Yes.
Well, it depends on which kind of utilitarianism.
Justice, what do you think about utilitarianism? Wait, actually, what do you say there? That's probably helpful.
Like I said, you are here to mete out your own justice, and if I find it to be lacking, I will implement my own.
Oh, so, like, regardless of what I say, whatever you want is going to happen?
No, I accepted your ruling in the first case, did I not?
What did you want to happen in the first case? What would have you picked?
I had no particular leaning.
And do you this time around?
In this case, I have no particular leaning. I don't particularly like either one of them.
Thanks.
Justice, I have a question for you.
You will not be questioning. You are on trial. Unless you are representing yourself.
I am sure that you have done worse than me killing Mike to save our friends and this town that I love.
Justice, would you not think that condemning someone to internal suffering is a crime in itself?
I am the embodiment of justice. I am infallible. I am the justice system.
Oh my God.
I am the bone devil who knocks.
Oh God.
Who do you think you are? I am.
I went through 6 weeks of school becoming an infernal bone devil. Jeez Louise.
This is Justice, quote, "Who do you think you are? I am, Leash."
Don't you know who I think I am?
Don't you know who I think I am?
That's a Fall Out Boy song title. I didn't come up with that.
Oh.
Bonk, go to pop punk jail.
Oh God.
All right.
You asked
Chad,
you asked Chad why he killed. That was the first question. Sorry.
Yeah. Chad, do you think what you did was wrong?
I think it was wrong because murder is wrong. but I think that the motive and the fact that I did it to save everyone in Athens makes it not okay, but better.
And Chad, did it save everyone in Athens?
Well, it should have. Like, we're still, like, on the quest, though. So, but killing him is what allowed us to make it to the second part of the quest.
I guess we never would have, yeah. Gwen,
Yeah.
why, what is Gwen being charged with again?
Gwen has been charged with sort of obstinance and a general inability to work well with others. She pushes for her own way and doesn't listen to others. Possibly at their own detriment, a la why Chad has been treated like a bad person for killing, and sort of her code of morality she expects to be applied to others. Which, in the real world, probably isn't a big deal, but justice seems like...
This is not the real world.
Yeah, Leash is probably, explaining why you're on trial. Leash probably feels like his opinion of justice is what's most important, so yours is viewed as a threat.
Oh.
Lots to unpack this week, gang. Gwen, do you think you were obstinate? Do you think you were hard to work with?
Mayhaps at times. However, I would like to point out that despite the fact that I had my hesitations about Mike, for the good of us all and not, escalating things, I did agree to condemn Mike to eternal suffering.
Mm-hmm. And
because I knew that the consequences would be worse if we had
how long did it take you to? But even down to the last minute, when he said you have 60 seconds left, you were still trying to argue your way out of it.
But when it didn't work, yeah, because I was hoping y'all to come around, or at least consider, I don't know. Yes, but when it came down to it, I picked my friends over my own opinion.
Leech slaps his hands down on the arms of his chairs and he says, "You have 60 seconds, Court, to name a name which will be consigned to infinite suffering."
Gwen, who do you want to suffer for infinity?
Who do I want to suffer for infinity?
Yeah, of the two of you, who would you rather suffer for infinity?
Me.
We make it snappy. We got it. We don't have a lot of time.
Condemn me.
Chad,
I can't with good conscience condemn someone else.
Chad, who do you want to suffer for infinity?
I'm on the same page as Gwen. I don't want to, I don't kill just for, fun. I only did it to help others. And if, I think that you guys would have a better chance of going further with Gwen, because I am kind of stupid, so.
That's not true, Chad.
No, it is.
No, okay. I wasn't arguing with the last part.
Court has to teach me how to read.
Look, no. You're dumb as bricks, Chad.
Thanks.
But it's not necessarily a given that, y'all will get farther without me. Or with me.
No, because you're more clever. You'll figure things out. I'm just kind of muscle. But you don't really need muscle if you have magic and, the intelligence to, get around it,
That's not true. Fern has the magic, but, sometimes you do need brawn.
I just think that you guys would get further without me, and especially with Fern. So I feel yeah, go ahead and condemn.
Okay, Leash is going to stand up, and before he says anything, Fern is just gonna sort of mouth to you, Gwen, "I love you."
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
She said, "Can I say something?" Can I say something real quick?
Yes, and then I will ask Court for their final answer.
Okay, witnessing Fern tell Gwen that she loves her is going to evoke from Chad a deep memory and make him quote the Black Cauldron and say, "Alan has many friends. He has no friends." Oh my god. And then sacrifice himself.
Isabel.
Well, you can't choose your own fate. Like, Court will do it.
Just saying, like, I will accept my fate.
Okay. Leash says, Court, what is your answer?
Court says, I'm gonna choose.
And then right before you answer, a large glowing portal opens at the other end of the room, and steps into the room is the lady.
Thank God. S.
She
Nice one.
turns to
Sex Machina.
she turns to Leash, and she carries a sword in her hand, and she says, Leash, is this your idea of justice? To which he responds, yes. This is my best idea. This is my realm, and I don't appreciate your intrusion, lady. And she responds, I demand a trial by combat, and
Oh,
I
no.
choose for my champions these four. She waves her hand. All your cages disappear, and you are placed on equal ground with Leash on a sort of a dais that is around 60 feet in diameter. And she answers, my champions, fight well for this fight for justice, in the name of true justice. Find me
So we're-
once you leave this plane. And she leaves back through the portal through which she came.
Oh my God.
Leash is enraged that someone has come to his dimension and overthrown his idea of justice. And he bellows, if she wants a trial by combat, she'll get one. And with
Okay.
that, let's roll initiative.
No.
What about a
Oh,
tense
God.
trial, right?
Yeah, this is better than
Yeah.
what I was gonna say.
Alright, I have a 15 for initiative.
A 15?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see here. I have
I
a
got-
21.
I got a 17.
Okay. All right.
Oh, sorry, 22. It's
Okay.
plus 3.
Shoot. There we go. All right. With that, top of the order is going to be Gwen.
Cool. So, first things first, Gwen is going to mark him as her quarry.
Good call.
Right? I thought so too.
I thought that was a great idea too.
Imagine that. So yeah, let's see. Let me cast that real quick. Ha ha ha. Hunter's mark. So I get to add a d6 to whatever damage I do. And let's see. And I guess she's gonna take out Athena's wrath.
That was the spear, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I was like, what sort of like legendary thing did I give you? I just remembered I named it a cool thing. All right.
Yes. But yeah, so Athena's wrath, and she is just gonna try and spear him with it twice, two-handed.
Okay.
So let me roll to hit. So that first was an 18.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. Does a 13 hit?
No, it doesn't hit.
Okay. Well, so that first one is gonna do 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh wait, sorry, 10, because it's a plus 2 to damage as well.
Awesome.
So cool.
Cool. Up next is Court.
Right. Is there a straight line uninterrupted between me, Bone Boy?
Yes, I think the four of you are sort of lined up on one side of the dais, while Leash is on the other side of the dais.
Cool. All right, sick. I'm gonna cast Lightning Bolt. And he has to make a dex throw.
Okay. Let's see. That is 12.
Okay, so he failed the dex throw, so he's going to take 8d6 lightning damage.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. It might Flex Seal reference.
No, it's pretty good.
Thank you. Eight d6. That's what, a max of 48?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Lord.
crazy. And a minimum of 8.
Mm-hmm.
So an average of 24, right? Is that right? No, it's 32. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see how Will does. Maybe it'll be a good number. I hope it'll
Sure.
be a good number. How about, what was your first roll?
My first roll?
Yeah.
That was a 17 on a d20.
No, I mean like your first damage roll.
Oh, it's just 8d6.
Okay, yeah. From now on, what we'll do when you have to roll like a ton of the same dice, we're just gonna multiply it like the first number.
If you want, I can just Google roll 8d6.
Yeah, that works. What were you
All right.
doing?
What?
Were you just rolling 8d6?
I wasn't doing anything. I think I had disconnect where I didn't know who was rolling the damage for it. My bad.
No, you're good.
Anyway, Google tells us 28 is the damage.
Okay, 28 is the damage. Sorry. I could have rolled damage if you wanted me to, but I didn't know.
And there's miscommunication. It's fine.
It happens. So that lightning bolt crackles through Leash's back, or down the length of his back, and he screams. Up next is Chad.
Okay. Chad is first going to enter into a rage.
Good. You are in
and-
hell. That does seem like it would cause one.
And then I'm going to take my smoldering axe of the phantasm and kind of try to bury it anywhere I can.
Bury it? Like in the...
In him.
Oh,
like,
okay. So like attack. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I didn't... Okay, yeah.
I was like, does it do like a cool earthquake thing? But no.
Sorry, I'm adding a bunch of stuff. It's an unnatural 20.
Okay, that does hit.
Okay, I actually lied. It's a 19.
Okay, that still does hit.
Okay. I kind of am bad at the math.
It happens.
It is 16 fire damage.
All right. Let's see. Okay. So
Oh, wait, no, it's also... Sorry, it's 18 fire damage because I forgot, because I'm in a rage, I get extra.
all right. So, I think how the axe works is it's just a +1 of fire damage, and the rest is, like bludgeoning or whatever an axe uses, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't notice any effect against him from the fire, but he does take a bit of the bludgeoning damage, and it does sort of buckle his arm a little bit when you hit him.
Okay.
Up next is Fern. Fern, she is going to cast... Boop, boop, boo. Doop, 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 doop. You know, I just threw a bunch of things on her that I thought were pretty cool.
Cool.
Let's see what they actually end up doing. She is going to cast Call Lightning. She is going to conjure a thundercloud above Leash, and a bolt of lightning is going to strike down, and that is going to be... I'd like to see what the damage was, please. Okay, it's going to be 3d10, so here we go. All right. That's going to strike him for 15 points of damage. And the lightning arcs through his body again, and he screams in pain again. And it's a bit of a roar mixed with a human scream, which you all find very disconcerting.
Yeah.
Court says out loud, I find that very disconcerting.
All right. Up next, I think in the order, we've now. Well, I didn't mean to open ELC, but we got there, didn't we? Up next, where am I? Okay, here is Leash. Leash is going to cross the gap in one large bounce, and he's going to stick a claw out in the air, bring it down on you, Court. That is going to be a 25 to hit.
That's gonna hit, you know?
Just wanted to make sure. For 7 points of slashing damage.
Okie dokie.
And then he is going to bring his other claw back and drag it against you, Chad. So that's going to be 22 to hit.
That hit.
Okay. And 9 points of damage.
What kind of damage is it?
Slashing damage.
Good thing I'm in a rage and I'm resistant to slashing damage.
Alright, so you take half 9, which is going to be 5. And then for his final attack, he pulls back his stinger.
No.
Oh, goodness.
Oh no.
This is going to be rough. And he attempts to sting Chad as well.
Chad, no.
So that's 17 to hit.
That hit.
Okay. For 13 piercing damage.
Oh wait, I'm resistant to piercing damage too.
Alright, so you're going to take 7 damage plus 10 poison damage. And go ahead and make a constitution roll for me.
Okay. 6.
Oh no.
Alright, so you're gonna be poisoned for the next minute. So on the end of every turn, you're gonna have to make that same saving throw again, or you're gonna take 1d4 of poison damage.
Okay. Do I take 1d4 of poison damage this turn, or am I just out
No,
right now?
your next turn. Your first turn. What did I say? 10 poison damage. Is that what I said? This turn.
Yeah.
All right. So you took the 7 piercing and 10 poison, and then next turn you're gonna have to make that DC roll or take another D4 of poison damage each turn for the next 10 turns.
Okay.
Wow, that's rough. Up next in the order is gonna be Gwen.
Cool. See, can I do anything else? Everything but.
Inspector Gadget.
Sorry, I probably should have done this before. Right now. She's just gonna do the same thing.
Okay. If
just
it ain't
stab him twice.
If it ain't broke.
Let's see. That probably did not hit. So the first one was a 5 to hit.
Okay. That does not hit.
You don't say.
No, I did say.
Second one was a 19.
19 does hit.
Thank goodness, because that would be bad news.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, again, I will just roll D8 plus a D6. Ooh, and he's below his.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. He has taken damage.
He has taken damage.
Cool. So he is below his maximum hit point.
So it's really not advantageous for you to go first in initiative. That's cool.
Yeah, it really isn't. So, but it's cool. It's cool. We're here. I get to do my little thing. I need to check what that adds. Oh my gosh. Come on. Sorry, I'm looking through my notes.
You're good.
And oh my gosh, where is it? I think it was a D6.
That sounds right.
Anyway. Oh. An extra 1d8 if it's below its HP maximum.
Oh,
cool.
Look at you.
So, right? Okay, and I get a +2 because of the spear. So that is 17 in total.
Okay. He takes all that damage and he sort of shudders. He looks weakened. And
Good.
the light is sort of draining out of his already lifeless eyes. Up next is Court.
Oh, geez. All right. How close is everybody to him?
I think he's probably in the middle of a sphere that's like 30 feet in diameter, so it's about 15 feet from you to him.
How close is Gwen, Fern, and Chad to him?
I think they're to your right and left by about like 4 to 8 feet. So not between you and him.
Cool. I'm gonna try something different.
Okay.
This may be a bad decision. I'm gonna cast Grease under him.
Grease.
John
Travolta appears in hell, and
it's the word, baby. I put on my Louis Newton-John wig, and slick grease covers the ground in a 10-foot square, centered on a point within range, which means a 10-foot square of grease will appear under him, and it A, turns into difficult terrain for the duration, and B, when the grease appears, he must make a dex throw, and if he fails it, he will fall prone.
Difficult terrain does not come up nearly enough in D&D, and I'm thrilled to actually see it have a use. What do I have to roll?
Just a dex throw.
Okay. That's an 11.
He falls prone.
Okay. Alrighty. I think when you fall prone, you spend your turn standing back up. Is that right?
I believe so.
Okay, and I think you might have disadvantage on saving rolls. So up next, you know what? Even if that's not the case, it's my universe. I'm gonna make it what I want. Up next is Court. Is that your whole action?
That was a spell, yeah.
Okay. Chad, you're up.
All right, and I can only make a saving throw.
No, you can do your regular action, but at the end of your turn, you're gonna have to make that same saving throw.
Okay. I don't know why I rolled without choosing an action. I'm going to take my 2 hand axes. I'm going to put away the phantasm because fire apparently doesn't work on this guy. So I'm going to take my 2 hand axes and throw them. So for the first hand axe, that is a 9 to hit, which probably doesn't hit. No, it's a 10 to hit.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Hopefully the second one will hit. That is a 14 to hit.
That also does not hit.
Perfect. Let's hope the saving throw is better. Oh, it's a 23.
Okay, on that saving throw, you overcome the poison in your body, so you don't take the D4 of damage. But joke's on you, I eat hell poison every day, so I built up an immunity. Up next is Fern. Fern.
Can that canonically be Four Loko?
Yes. Yeah. He goes, tastes like Four Loko. Shaka, brah. Fern is going to see that you aren't doing super well. Chad, and she's gonna cast Healing Word.
That's my
And
girl.
and that is boop 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 boop. Oh, that makes a noise. I don't like that. That's going to be 12 HP is restored to you, Chad.
Thanks for.
What does that taste like if the venom was 4 loco? Is that just water?
Yeah.
Which you have not had in years. Okay. That works. That
Oh
tracks.
god. It's really just the reviving power of just pure water in a system that has just been so desperately deprived of it.
His cells go, oh, thank God. All right. So you've got that HP restored to you. Oh my word, this is great. Leash spends his turn standing back up. Gwen, you're up again.
Cool. Same
Wait.
thing.
Okay, go ahead and roll that. While you're rolling it, Court, does he have to make that roll every time while he's in this grease trap?
Yes.
Wow.
Wait, hold on, let me double check.
Where's the grease meta in D&D?
A creature that enters the area or ends its turn there must also succeed in a dexterity saving throw. So I think so.
Yeah, I mean, he ended his turn there. So, I mean, I guess he would have to not fall down and then move. That's
Yes, that
that's
does seem to
pretty
be the case.
good. That's really good. Okay, Gwen, how'd that roll go?
Haha, 20 points of damage, baby.
Ouch. Ouchie, ouch, ouch. All right. He starts bellowing longer and with more pain in his voice.
Oh, wait, did I ever roll a hit?
No, I mean you didn't, but I assumed that you
Whoops.
did. Go ahead and roll. It's a hit.
Well, but it's a difference of did I hit once or twice.
Yeah.
So, first one is... okay, cool. First one's a 17.
Okay, that does hit.
Second one is a nat 20.
Okay, so on the nat 20, you rush up to him and you hold. Are you using the spear? What was it you were using?
Athena's Wrath, yes.
Okay, you hold the spear up and you plunge it under his chin. You can feel it pierce bone, and it enters his mouth but does not go all the way through his skull, and he shrieks. And you pull the spear back out and you disengage. Up next is Court.
Oh, wait, sorry. I need to calculate the other one.
Oh, that was just... Okay, that was just the first was...
Yeah.
20? Okay.
And then there's, yeah.
So this is the 20, the double damage. Ouch.
Okay, let's see here. Because I believe I can only use my Colossus... Okay, I can only use Colossus Slayer once per turn, so...
Okay.
Let's see. Cool. And second one's a 15. So I guess a 30.
Okay. On a 30, you drive that spear deep in his head. And you see most life drained from his eyes, and he is truly flailing now. He's flailing for a target to hit. You disengage, and you can see he's starting to tremble as he tries to move. Court, I think I'm gonna go ahead and roll the grease now.
Okay.
What was it? It was
it's
a dex save?
Dex to beat 14.
Okay. Alright, that's a 20, so he doesn't actually fall, but it's your turn.
I'm gonna once again cast Lightning Bolt, which means he needs to make another Dex save for 14.
He rolls a 9.
Okay, so he's gonna take 32 points of damage.
Yeah,
so lightning damage.
The lightning arcs from your fingers. Do you have like a good like real world thing? Like, do you have like a Tesla coil you brought along or something?
Look, I have an abacus.
Yeah, so
I have. Sure, I have an abacus.
You know what? You pull out.
Which is, I'm gonna say, is a calculator.
Right. you pull out
A TI-84.
what you do is you pull out a Guitar Hero controller and you point it directly at him. You slap your Texas Instruments 84 directly into that bad Wiimote holder. You start
Oh my
plugging in all the digits of pi you can remember, and this arc of lightning leaves from the fretboard of that guitar, arcs toward him, and catches him in the head, runs along his spine to all appendages of his body, and he fries, and like a cockroach that fries, he lays on his side and he starts convulsing and pulling his arms in. He is vanquished.
Nice.
Immediately, the blue dimension implodes. All the walls come rushing in towards you. And
Great.
you wake up on the steps of the courthouse.
I think I just had a
Did
Guitar
we just
Hero.
die?
I think we're back to life now.
Yeah, but we were dead, yes?
Well, I mean, we're not anymore, right? I've been dead before. First time, come on.
Okay.
First time,
Good.
Fern
Okay.
goes. Fern goes.
Gwen is gonna like pull Fern into like an embrace.
Fern absolutely reciprocates the embrace, because you all were just in hell for like, it's like heaven is for real. You were there for like an hour.
That was for real.
Chad, you know what? Chad and Court, I think you're gonna pull each other into.
Oh, we're gonna bro it out.
Yeah, bro it out.
Or you're a good.
What's it called where you like do the hug plus is it a dap?
Yes.
I was gonna say a bro hug, but dap
You
is
two
a
dap
different
each
thing,
other
yeah.
up.
Chad,
Yeah, we're gonna dap each other up.
Should I say like Civ, not bro? Like, what's good
It
for
doesn't
you?
really matter.
Okay.
We're all bros.
After
Chad is scared of hell now.
Oh god.
Chad,
Yeah,
Court
Gwen is
has
very
fears.
scared to die, if that is what.
Yeah, we've got a lot of fears to process now.
I
But
was gonna say, Gwen, I really appreciate you. I'm sorry about being I can't say that. I'm sorry about being so rude sometimes.
Oh, I'm sorry for being judgy.
Okay, I'm used to it, but you know what they said? Only God can judge me.
Court has learned absolutely nothing.
And apparently bone devils.
Okay, yeah, that was really freaky. I don't like that guy. I'm glad he's
Let's
dead.
not think about that ever again until it's our time.
I don't even want to think about it then.
Fern
Like,
nods in agreement, and she says, I think we did see hell, or whatever you want to call it, but, guys, I think I have an idea of who the lady is, and, look, check this out, and she holds the map up, and the blue dot, appeared, and from what you can tell, it was in the center of the city, but the dot was far smaller than, the rest of the dots, which suggests to you that it was deeper. You don't imagine that it means, like, actually geographically hell is slightly under Athens, Georgia, but you assume it means that the being that you beat on that plane was vanquished. And an indigo dot appears now. And the next address that you are going to attend is 100 Sanford Drive, Athens. And that's where we're going to pick up next week.
Oh my god, we're gonna fight the Indigo Girls.
Yeah, I'm going to take on the Indigo Girls. Alright, guys, thanks for listening. Bye.
bye.